Most golfers pick a ball based on feel, or whatever they find in their bag, but a golf ball is actually a controlled turbulence device and a physics experiment happening in less than a millisecond. Compression, spin, and aerodynamics decide your height, your curve, and your distance. Today, I'm breaking down the science behind the top 5 golf balls sold worldwide, so you know exactly which one fits your swing. Golfers talk about too much spin, ballooning, overcurving, or staying straight, but none of that is random. Every ball is engineered with a specific impact and aerodynamic profile, and those two systems decide whether your shot is stable, workable, or wild. To understand why, we need the three forces that matter: drag, lift, and spin. Drag slows the ball down, lift makes it climb, spin creates lift and curvature. But before the ball ever gets to the air, compression decides everything. When the club hits the ball, it doesn't bounce, it deforms. The ball squishes into an oval shape. That deformation controls energy transfer, ball speed, spin rate, launch angle, and feel. This is why compression is just as important as aerodynamics. Softer balls compress more, produce lower spin, and have straighter flight. Firmer balls compress less, create higher spin, and provide more workability. If your swing speed is too low for a firm ball, it won't compress enough. You lose ball speed, launch, and distance. If your swing speed is high and you use a soft ball, you may overcompress it and lose control. When the ball deforms, its moment of inertia, or MOI, changes. The MOI affects how quickly the ball starts spinning, how stable it is in the air, and how much it resists wobble or knuckling. High MOI golf balls are more stable with less curve. Low MOI golf balls are easier to work with and produce more curve. This is why two balls with the same compression can behave in totally different ways. A smooth ball separates airflow early, creating a huge wake behind it. That wake is drag, and it destroys distance. Dimples fix this. They create a turbulent boundary layer that clings to the ball longer, shrinking the wake and cutting drag almost in half. Different balls tune drag through dimple design. Shallow dimples mean lower drag and more distance. Deep dimples mean more lift and more height. And unique shapes like Callaway's hex pattern deliver stability in wind. Here's why the ball climbs. When the club puts backspin on the ball, it creates a pressure differential. High pressure builds underneath, low pressure forms above, and the ball gets pushed upward. That's the Magnus effect. More backspin amplifies that force. The ball climbs higher, hangs longer in the air, and bites hard when it hits the green. More curvature, more stopping power, more shot workability. Less backspin flips that equation completely. Less lift means the ball pierces through on a low, penetrating trajectory, runs out further after landing, and holds a much straighter line. And here's the thing, this isn't a golf-only phenomenon. The same Magnus effect is what makes a curveball break in baseball. And yes, it's the exact same physics behind your slice. Spin doesn't just create lift, it creates curvature. When the ball has side spin, the Magnus effect pushes it left or right. That's your draw, fade, hook, or slice. High spin balls curve more, low spin balls stay straighter. This is why ball choice matters. You can literally tune your shot shape by picking the right compression, dimple pattern, and spin profile. Now that you understand the physics behind the golf ball, let's break down the 5 most sold golf balls around the world and what type of golfer each one is built for. This is where impact physics and aerodynamics show up. Now here's where the physics shows up in the real world. 5 balls. 5 completely different engineering profiles. The Pro V1 sits at mid-compression, around 87, the most consistent ball on tour, dialed in for 90 to 110 mile-per-hour swings. The Pro V1X steps up to 97, firmer, higher spinning, built for players who want to work the ball at 100 miles per hour and above. The Chrome Soft lands at 65, the softest of the group, mid-spin, and one of the most forgiving options in this category. The TP5 comes in at 97 compression with a high spin profile, built for players who want to launch it high and shape shots. And the Z-Star hits 88, mid-firm, lower driver spin, and the most wind-stable ball in this group. Same category on the shelf, 5 completely different flight profiles off the face. Let's break each one down. The Pro V1 runs 352 tetrahedral dimples, balanced drag and lift, neutral shot shape, extremely stable in crosswinds. Great for players who want predictable, repeatable ball flight. The Pro V1X has a higher lift coefficient, more height, more stopping power on approach, and more shot shaping ability for the aggressive swing. The Chrome Soft uses Callaway's Hex dimple pattern, which reduces drag and straightens out the flight. It's forgiving, it's soft off the face, and it reduces curvature for players who fight the big miss. The TP5's 5-layer construction generates high lift, towering ball flight, extreme workability, but it can balloon on slower swing speeds, so it needs to be matched right. And the Z-Star's 338 speed dimple pattern is engineered specifically to cut through wind, low drag, a slight draw bias, and a penetrating flight that holds its line when conditions get tough. Here's the most important thing most golfers skip. You have to match the ball to your swing speed, or the physics work against you. Under 80 miles per hour, you want compression in the 50 to 65 range. Something like a Chrome Soft or a dedicated low compression ball, 80 to 95. Compression in the 65 to 80 range gives you the right energy transfer and launch. 95 to 110, the Pro V1, Z-Star, and TP5 range. This is where mid-firm compression starts paying off, and 110 and above, the Pro V1X and firm core balls are built for your swing. If you're playing the wrong compression for your speed, you're either leaving distance on the table or losing control. The ball doesn't lie. Here's the precision explained framework. If you want straight flight, Chrome Soft first. If you want penetrating stability into the wind, Z-Star. If you want balanced all-around performance, Pro V1. If you want height and spin for shot shaping, Pro V1X or TP5. And if your preference is a slight right-to-left shape, not too much curvature, and something that holds its line in the wind, your order is Chrome Soft, Pro V1, Z-Star. The ball you pick should match your swing speed, your typical miss, and the shot shape you're trying to hit more of. Not your buddy's ball, not the one you found on the 4th hole. Golf balls aren't just equipment, they're physics. Every dimple, every layer, every compression rating is an engineering decision that affects your distance, your height, your curve, and your control. Pick the one that matches your swing, and the ball will finally start working with you instead of against you. Thanks for tuning in as I work to bring you content to help improve your game. This has been Precision Explained. See you next time.